Welcome back. I'm Jill with the carefreekitchen.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my very favorite recipe for blueberry pancakes. And these pancakes are just bursting with fresh blueberries. They are light and fluffy and golden brown. And bonus, I will also show you how to make a lemon blueberry syrup. It is so amazing, drizzled over these light and fluffy pancakes. So follow along and I will show you step by step how to make this scrumptious breakfast recipe. Before we get started, here are the ingredients that you are going to need. Okay, first up we have flour, and this is just regular all-purpose flour. And then we have some granulated sugar, just some white sugar, and this is what's going to help give our pancakes a really nice golden color. But this is 1 tablespoon of baking powder and then 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And then I have some sea salt and room temperature eggs. And then I have some buttermilk, some melted butter, 1/3 cup. I have some vanilla extract, a lemon, and I'm going to be using the zest and the juice, and then some fresh blueberries. And then for my syrup, I actually have some frozen blueberries. I'm using fresh in the pancakes. But this recipe works really great with frozen blueberries, and I love using the frozen because they're a little bit less expensive and just easier to keep on hand. So frozen blueberries, about 2 cups, sugar. I have some cornstarch that's going to help thicken it, and then I'm also going to be using the zest and the juice of 1 lemon. Okay, to get started, I'm going to add my blueberries to the pan. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to my sugar and just mix that in a little bit until it's combined. And we're just going to add that onto the berries. And then I'm just going to zest a lemon. And this works so good. This is the best way to zest a lemon right here. It's on the microplane. They aren't very expensive, but boy, they do a great job with getting a really fine zest on any citrus. And just going to put that in there. Okay, and then to finish this off, I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And then I have this on medium-high heat, and we're just going to bring it to a boil and let it boil for about a minute, and then we'll add a little bit of vanilla at the end, and it will be ready to go on our blueberry pancakes. Okay, so while that syrup is cooking, I am going to mix up my pancake syrup. So I have my flour, and I'm going to add in my sugar, and then I'm going to add in my baking powder and baking soda and my salt. And you want to be sure and whisk this together so that all of the baking powder and baking soda is combined with flour. And then for the buttermilk, I'm going to crack my eggs right into my buttermilk, as well as the butter. There we go. And give it a quick whisk. Now you can add your buttermilk to your flour mixture, and then gently whisk this together. My bowl is a little bit small here, but we're going to make it work. Okay, now there's a couple more things we're going to add here. I'm going to add in a little bit of vanilla extract and the zest of 1 lemon. Get all of that zest. And then I'm going to cut my lemon and juice it right into my bowl. And then just mix that up until it is all combined. And you want it to be a little bit lumpy. If it's not lumpy, then you've probably overmixed it. So you just want to combine it until you don't see any big clumps. But the little clumps, the little bit of texture there, that's great. Okay, here is a look at our syrup. It is now boiling. So we have just a minute left on that. And I'm going to add in my lemon juice. And then just a splash of vanilla. And there we go. That is just about right. And it's pretty runny right now, but as it cools, it will thicken up just a little bit. So there you go, there's your blueberry syrup. Okay, and then for the blueberries, just going to add them into my bowl here. And then fold the blueberries in. You can see those little specks of lemon. This is just a flavor combo made in heaven for sure. All right, and we are ready to cook. Okay, to get started, I'm going to turn my pan on medium heat, and I just have this cast iron top that I bought from Amazon, and it just fits right on my stove. And we want it to be on medium heat, and you can kind of tell when steam starts to rise off of it that it is about ready to make some pancakes. So I'm just gonna give this just a minute. Okay, as you can tell, there is just a little bit of steam coming up off of this. I'm going to grease it well, and I just have some coconut oil spray. That works great. And then I'm just going to try and make these as round as possible. And the trick about making good pancakes is that you want the batter to be thick enough that it is going to not run too much, but also thin enough so that it can cook evenly. So as you can see, it's starting to cook here around the edges, and you'll know it's time to flip when the tops are bubbly. So we'll just watch those and you can see how this progresses. All right, we have a few bubbles on the top. So if you just peek under the pancake, you can see how it is golden brown. There we go. And sometimes the first couple pancakes are a little tricky to get your heat right. So I'm just going to turn this down just a little bit. And when you're checking your pancakes, if it springs back up, that's how you know it's done throughout the middle and not doughy. And if you press down, it will kind of feel like you are pressing on a sponge or a cake. If it's really dense, then it's not done yet. So this one actually looks great. Again, I'm going to try and get it to be as round as possible. There's all kinds of fun ways to make pancakes. There's some squirter bottles you can get on Amazon. I actually just like to use this big measuring spoon. Works really well. Okay, and then if you see right here, there are bubbles forming on the top of the pancake. You want those to be a little bit closer together, and then you'll know it's time to turn. So that one's not quite ready, but this one is getting a little closer. All right, and then also just peek underneath. Oh, look how pretty that is. All right, there we go. If you have some splatters, just clean them up a little bit with your spatula. There we go. All right, here are my fluffy blueberry buttermilk pancakes. I love to add a little bit of fresh whipped cream, the blueberry syrup, a pat of butter. These are just so soft and fluffy and cooked to perfection, and they are bursting with fresh blueberries. I hope you guys love this recipe as much as we do. Thanks again for watching this episode of the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me here, and I will show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes that your family will love. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.